Hello, hello. I am so excited right now. Probably even like too excited to be on social media. It's probably a little bit inappropriate, but I thought that I would just allow myself to be this excited and to share this excitement with you because we have a lot of exciting things that are happening right now. And maybe once I share why I'm so excited, maybe you can even join me in this excitement. So hi from my little naked chicken. I have a naked cat who likes to sit on my lap whenever I go live and just share some of that cosmic feline energy with us. I'm really excited to be sharing this with you today. I'm also a little bit nervous because I started this account when I was living a very secular lifestyle, and throughout my many years on social media, I've become so much more spiritual. I've become a godly woman. I have activated my soul gifts and become a professional intuitive guide and psychic channeler. So I'm really excited because I have a lot of information to share with you about what is happening in the world right now. And I think that it can also really excite you. So the first thing that we should know is tomorrow's the Chinese New Year. This is a really powerful day. I'm just gonna say waves to everyone that's in here. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. It's so nice to share this energy with you. So tomorrow is the Chinese New Year and I am literally buzzing because it is the year of the dragon. If you don't know about dragons in mythology, if you don't know, I mean, obviously I'm so excited to talk to you about dragons. And dragons are something that, I mean, I'll just talk about my own personal story and why we get scared to sit down and talk about dragons, or why we don't often talk about these like multi-dimensional, weird spiritual topics in everyday life. The first time I ever started to talk about dragons and research dragons, I was in elementary school. And I was so excited about like the dragon legends that I was finding. I grew up really religious, so talking about like angels and all of these different things was very normal for me. And I went to a religious school, so I shared my dragon knowledge with my other classmates and other students my age, and they were pissed. I got really badly bullied. As you can imagine going to school, religious school or any school, and talking about dragons, you might get a little bit bullied. So that's exactly what happened to me, and it was really painful. People would just kind of make a point to tell me like dragons are not real, this stuff is not real. So from that point on, I've been studying a lot. I go down all the rabbit holes. I do so much research. I like to meet with indigenous leaders from all over the world that can tell me their firsthand experiences with dragons, with interdimensional beings, and just astral travel and conscious exploration. I'm all about it. So you might be wondering why dragons are such a big deal, why dragons have been all over the world, and what it has to do with you right here, right now. So dragons have been a part of our legends and mythology. Every civilization, every corner of the world has seen a dragon, has painted a dragon, has songs about dragons. Yet as we've evolved in our society and in our humanity, we tend to have less contact with dragons, and the people that have contact with them are called schizophrenic. They're called names. They're kind of like put at the outside or outskirts of society. But a lot of people actually have contact with dragons and have firsthand experience of it, but just don't feel comfortable to talk about it because we don't want to be called schizophrenic and things like that. So if you want to learn the actual true information about dragons and these legends and Bigfoot and fairies and all of these incredible interdimensional beings, the place that I've gone to learn about these things has often been mystery schools or like conscious exploration groups, astral travel groups, and things like that. So it's really exciting, but also like really hard to understand. So now let's talk about the power of the dragon. In spiritual understanding, we know that dragons are a part of this world. They're a part of our spiritual journey. And when we can connect with the powers that are around us, we can feel more powerful ourselves. This year is the year of the dragon, and I'm predicting that that means it's going to be the time that you join forces with your inner power. The word empowerment is coming up so deeply because your dragon is your confidence. Your dragon is your sole purpose. It is the arrow flying in a forward direction through the air, literally flying just like a dragon, right? And so maybe you've been feeling like life has been moving a little bit slow. Maybe you've been feeling like you're walking on the ground and you're like, I wonder what it would be like to just fly. Maybe you see my content and you're like, it looks like she flies. I wonder how I could do that. Or I wonder other people, other creators that just seem like they're flying, how do I get there? And my prediction for you is that this year is all about you flying. You flying through your achievements and your goals, you achieving everything it is that you desire, flying through all of the trials that are trying to hold you back or teach you lessons that you need to advance in the long run. I think that this year is going to be so powerful. And I know that I'm sharing a New Year's prediction on February 9th, which you might be like, what the heck is even going on? So something that I've learned through really understanding energetics and spirituality and interdimensional things and astral travel and all of this is that the Gregorian calendar was really just made up. It was just kind of made up. The way that people talk about dragons just kind of being made up. And the more that we follow the true astrological calendar that all of our indigenous ancestors and civilizations that have come before us have followed in order to gain resources and abundance and recreation of all of these incredible things, like, this is how we are going to make so much more progress this year. Many years ago, I stopped following the Gregorian calendar and I started to follow the astrological calendar, which alludes to the fact that there's 13 months in the year. Every single month I celebrate the full new month on the new moon as opposed to on the first of the month, because energetically this is when that month actually starts. This is actually the best time for you to set those goals, for you to get really clear on your dragon intentions and things like that. And if you're a really creative person like I am, I strongly encourage you to have some fun with this process. So often when we think about healing or achieving our goals or doing absolutely anything in life, we think that it has to be hard. And I have also thought that because I am a human and I'm a brain, and I don't know why our brains are literally programmed to tell us that everything has to be so freaking hard. But the truth is that embracing your inner dragon energy, embracing the dragon energy around you, it does not have to be hard. You can be super creative with it. I'm a really creative person, so I like to look at pictures of dragons. I like to write poetry to my little inner dragon, or little, huge inner dragon, sit down in meditation and just think about being surrounded by this being, what their scales would look like and things like that. I've done so many deep meditations about like my dragon, my beings, my guides, and all of that. And it's so beautiful to observe what you're actually able to see in these meditations. And I've done these meditations with other people because it's so common to want to gaslight yourself. For example, in one of my meditations, I saw my dragon as this white, like opalescent being that was just glowing, and she has this fierce face, but she's also so kind and so loving. And this is what our brains are for. Our brains are here to be creative, to see the face of this dragon, whether you consider it to be imaginary or not. It's so fun and it's so beautiful, and I really think that the more that we entertain our creativity, the more that we have psychological safety to be able to even think about dragons or something like that, the more joy and pleasure that we have in our every single day life. So it's really beautiful to embrace these things, and so much of the world is not ready. So many people that we try to talk about these topics with, they're just not ready. Like the people that bullied me when I first started talking about dragons in elementary school. But now we're here, and this is the value of inner child healing. This is the value of nervous system regulation, is being able to undo all of the things so that you can shine your full true light and be your full amazing and honest self. So I really encourage you to embrace that. This is the year of the dragon. It's the time to blow your fire, to burn out anything that is not serving you, old habits, relationships, people. Maybe burning things out could be setting new boundaries, for example. It's the time to fly towards your goals. It's the time to remember that you are divinely protected. You have armor around you at all times, just like a dragon has scales. You don't need to constantly be focusing on protecting yourself or guarding yourself in your behavior, because you are already guarded, you are already protected, and everything that you desire and everything that you choose to do is also guarded and protected and very, very much divine. So I'm so happy to be sharing all of this dragon energy with you. I think that dragons are very misunderstood, even in the spiritual world. I teach a lot about reptilians and demons and things like that, and so many people who have religious backgrounds will ask me if dragons are these beings. And it's completely natural to be confused about this stuff because we don't have a lot of information about it. If you want to learn about this, you have to read the Bible to try to find lore that has been lost. Like, it's been a really, really challenging journey to actually get the truth about the medicine of dragons and just all of these spiritual topics. So I'm so happy, so happy to be sharing them with you today. So hopefully you can bring in some of this dragon energy into your own life so that you can pique your curiosity when it comes to dragons on Earth, in our lineage, how we can step more into our dragon essence of ourselves. It's really, really valuable, and it's so nice to be able to advance through life like this. We don't have to advance by clearing out the grief and the pain and the hard stuff. We can advance by focusing on how beautiful our inner dragons are. So thank you so much for letting me share this with you. It's been such an honor, and I hope that this year is full of dragon energy for you, and I will see you in our next video.